Take the equation y equals negative x squared plus 4x minus 3 and find the following information. We'll begin by getting the axis of symmetry. The formula we have for the axis is x equals negative b over 2a. A is the coefficient in front of x squared, which is negative 1. B is the coefficient of x, which is positive 4. And c is the constant term, which is negative 3. So that means our x value is negative b, so negative 4, over 2 times a, which is negative 1. So this is negative 4 over negative 2, which is positive 2. So the axis of symmetry is the line x equals 2. To get the vertex, we're going to take the x value that we found from the axis and plug it back into the original function. So we're going to get y equals negative 2 squared plus 4 times 2 minus 3. So this is y equals negative 4 plus 8 minus 3. So this is y equals, if we combine like terms, we're going to get positive 1. So this gives us a point whose x value is 2 and whose y value is 1. The x equals 2 came from before, the y equals 1 is what we just found. To get the x-intercepts, we set y equal to 0. So y, the left-hand side, is 0. So we have 0 equals negative x squared plus 4x minus 3. I'd like to factor this, but to factor, we really don't want to have a leading coefficient, a negative leading coefficient. So we'll multiply both sides of the equation by negative 1. So this leaves us with 0 equals x squared minus 4x plus 3. And this we can now factor as x minus 3 times x minus 1. And if we set each of these equal to 0, we get x minus 3 equals 0. X minus 1 equals 0. Adding 3 to both sides of the equation, we've got x equals 3. So this gives us our first intercept, which is x equals 3, and y was 0. That's what we'd set y to in the first place. For the second intercept, we add 1 to both sides, and we get x equals 1. So our x-intercept is 1, 0. To get the y-intercept, we set x equals 0. So we take the original equation, and we plug in 0 for all the x's. So 0 squared plus 4 times 0 minus 3. And if we simplify this, we get y equals negative 3. Now we had set x equal to 0, and we got y equals negative 3. Finally, we want to put all this information together and sketch. So let's give ourselves a little bit more room. So we had found that the axis of symmetry was the line x equals 2. So that's this dotted line here through x equals 2. We found the vertex was 2, 1. So 2, 1, our vertex is here. Our x-intercepts were 1, 0 and 3, 0. Our y-intercept was 0, negative 3. And now we'll have a sketch that roughly passes through those points. All right, and there is our sketch.